something very important that we have to talk about for this simple exercise, which is a very, very basic exercise. This is called Hiza Nuki. Hiza Nuki means ruffling in, means dropping the knee. I prefer, it's more understandable because we have a better image. I feel that loosen the knee or maybe dropping the body is for me a better image. What is Hiza Nuki? Hiza Nuki is the ability to use the softness of your front leg in order to move forward and your back leg in order to move backward. So you need to be able to release all the tensions that there are in your front leg in order to move forward. But what is very important is that it must not be only soft, only loosen. We need to balance the yin and the yang. We need to have legs that are able to stay active, stay dynamic, while being very relaxed. So, of course, for that, there are a lot of prerequisites for that. So, first thing, if I'm using Hiza Nuki here, I want to go forward. So I want my front leg to engage forward here, while not raising my body or shaking on the side. I want to be able to go forward here and extend my back leg. And I want to be able to go backward while pushing my back leg and while not tilting my hips back. I want to be able to push my back leg backward and make pressure against the floor. So this is something that rely on what we have talked about before. The ability to use the gravity. When I'm moving forward. When I go Oizuki maybe, I'm not just making a step forward Oizuki. I want to be able to use the gravity. So you release the tension on your knees and you go forward. Last week we did from top here, back, very low here. This is the same thing. We need to use the gravity. Think, when you are walking, you are not just making forward, forward, forward. When you are walking, you think that you use the gravity, so fall down, fall down, fall down. Of course, you don't fall because your front leg is here to counterbalance the falling down. Okay, so you fall down, but your front leg is used to keep your balance, to help you keep your balance. And this is allowed also by engaging the core, because there is like a gap from here to here. I don't want to fall here and then up. I want to just go forward. So I need to have a slight tension in my front leg and in my core just to keep the same height. So when I'm going to move forward here, I want to keep the tension. So this is the yin and the yang. I want to soften my front leg, but I want also to keep the necessary tension in my front leg and in my core, in my tendon, to stay at the same height. I don't want to fall down or to go up. I don't want to make here go up. I don't want to fall down and up here. I just want to go straight because my purpose is to transmit the power, to drive all the power forward here. So I need to be able to release the tension and use contraction of the muscles when I want. So this is very, very important. And how to perform that? First thing is to repeat mindfully basic Kihon. That's why we do basic Kihon. Making hours and hours and years of Oizuki. But just not making it like robot, each knee. Not like this, not like robot. Not like robots. Every time you need to be mindful, okay. Mindful in your technique, okay. And you have to adjust. You have to feel the feelings. Where you have too much tension, where you are to your legs are maybe too soft to loosen, you have to adjust every time. So this is very, very, very important. You have to repeat technique mindfully and adjust. Second thing, you need a good flexibility, of course, of your legs, especially of the ankles. If, when you go forward, your ankle cannot perform this kind of bending forward, of course it will be difficult. And you having a good flexibility will help you to remove the resistances in your technique. So if you have a good flexibility, you have less resistance when you make a move. So you use less energy and it's more natural. So that's very important to work on your flexibility. So for this part, this is especially ankle flexibility, which is the #1 problem that I see for many karatekas. So you need to have a good flexibility of the ankles, and also because when you go forward, you are going to extend your thigh here, extend your hip flexor. You need to have a good flexibility of your hip flexors. Remember the exercise we did for Maegiri? They are very helpful for that. So you need to have good flexibility of ankles and of the anterior side of your legs, but you need also, this is the yin, the yang and the yin, you need also to have a good power of the hips and of the hamstrings, because you need to be able to go low, to have a low stance while remaining able to move forward very dynamically. You need to be here, move forward with a lot of speed and dynamism here. So this is very important. And how to work on this? There are many exercises that we often do during training. One is just you bend your knees and you go forward, Zenkutsu Dachi. You bend your knees, you go forward, Zenkutsu Dachi. And if you are here with your heels raised, no problem. But when you will be able to make it with your heels on the floor, it means that you have a better flexibility of the ankles. And then from here, it's very low. Your hips is in a bad position. If you're here, my hips is in a neutral position. That's great to move forward. It's easier. But when I'm here, I have like a kind of posterior tilt here of the hips. So I need to counterbalance this position of the hips. So I need to have very strong legs from here to be able to go forward here. So this is very important when to practice this kind of exercise. You can make them like we do sometimes in Zenkutsu Dachi, each knee here. And you can use here, you use gravity from Sensei. I go down, I use the dynamic part of the falling, and I use the earth forward. And I don't want to go one and up. I want to go one and forward here. My purpose is to drive all my power forward. So this is a second good exercise. The Maegiri exercises that we practiced in the previous videos are very, very good for that. And there is another one which is very good. It's the pistol squat. So if you can make the pistol squat like this, you're here and you go down here. You can stay here and go up here. You have enough power in your legs and enough flexibility in your ankles to perform a correct move forward using, and we'll be able to mindfully make it and use what we call Hiza Nuki. If you cannot make the pistol squat, you can start with a shrine squat. So you go down, you touch here, and you go up, sorry. So you go down, you touch here with your knee, you touch your foot with your knee, your ankle with your knee. So down, touch your ankle with your knee and go up. Go up. And if it's too difficult, you can use something to support you. So I'm going down here, and if I cannot go up, I can make a little head here and go up here. So this is very important. You can make it with a partner, please. Here. So I know that you can make it easily. So please make your Maegiri forward. oh, my gauge shape, okay, my gauge shape, okay. So push my hand here, so you can help your partner. So please go down, and you use here, you will use my hand, and push, 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 and you will help your partner here. So you can make it, and your partner can adjust the quantity of help that you need. So, and if you can, you make it just simple like this, and you go down, and it's very difficult to go up after. So you have to concentrate, focus on your bent leg, and you have to push here. This is very important to be able to perform Hiza Nuki. And Hiza Nuki is not only a matter of strength and of flexibility, it's also a matter of neural pathways that you have built during your practice. That's why we have to repeat the same kind of techniques again and again with a partner, alone, in Kyo, in Kata, in Kumite. We have to repeat, but mindfully. This is very, very important. And Hiza Nuki is so. You have to drop your weight, drop your body, release the tension of your leg, and you will be able to use it like when you're in Kumite. You're in Kumite, you go forward, and you can make Oizuki, sorry. You can go forward and break Gyakuzuki. This is the same thing, because from here, I need to drop my weight. So I release my body and go forward. I'm not going down like this. I'm going this way. I'm releasing here. I try to release here. So this is very, very important. And when you have a good feeling with Hiza Nuki, it's very helpful for the kata, because when you start the Heian kata, often people make maybe Heian Sandan, people come here and go this way to make Kokusudachi. This is not Kokusudachi. Kokusudachi, you must be in the middle and here. Kokusudachi, this is a posture very, very difficult. So when you have a good feeling for Hiza Nuki, you can just from here drop here and make your kata shape here. You have just to, you release, almost like if I was falling down here, okay? You release, you go straight here, and you make your shape. You go straight, maybe you are in Heian Nidan, you go down here for Heian Nidan. You go down, you have to go straightly down. So Hiza Nuki will help you in Kihon, in Kata, and in Kumite. And it's very important to release the tension in the legs, while keeping enough ability to react and to stand the posture in the muscles of the legs. So you have to balance the yin and the yang, and then go down here and come back. Then go down here and come back. This is very, very important, and it can be very helpful. If you never thought about that, please try to be mindful about the use of Hiza Nuki. And it's very, very important. When we go back, last point, when I'm going back, I often talk about that in Kumite. Please come in front of me. Okay. You go maybe Oizuki, Shigo Oizuki, like this, okay? So, Shigo Oizuki, if I cannot move back. I need, when Shigo Oizuki, to be able to make a good Tai Sabaki. I need to be able to make pressure on my back leg here, to make a good step back. That's why when we do basics, we are here, from Hami maybe, I need to be able to make like this and not raising my hips backward like this. I need to be able to push here, and from here turn, push, and from here turn. It's quite difficult, especially if you are tired, but even if you cannot perform it correctly today, try to have a good image in mind, because tomorrow your body and your mind will be able to perform. So please keep that in mind. We are returning back to our exercise, thinking for this basic exercise about Hiza Nuki.